we find.
Don't you wanna go? Don't you wanna?
Imagine a show that changed the way the world perceived music, fashion, and black culture. A stage where legends like Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, and James Brown once shone. But then, a scandalous moment occurred, causing this iconic program to vanish forever. This isn't just the story of the end of Soul Train. It's the tale of an icon that rose from nothing, dominated the small screen for over 3 decades, and then fell due to an unforeseen event. Are you curious about the truth behind that fateful scene? Join me as we uncover the inspiring history, the golden era, and the causes behind the downfall of Soul Train. The rise of Soul Train. In the early 1970s, in the city of Chicago, Don Cornelius, an African-American journalist and MC, began to bring a bold idea to life. A passionate music enthusiast and a keen observer of inequities in the entertainment industry, he realized that African Americans were almost entirely excluded from television, especially from major music programs. Cornelius didn't just want to create an entertainment show. He dreamed of a stage where black music and culture could be celebrated and expressed freely and proudly. With limited finances and a small team, Cornelius launched Soul Train in August 1970, airing on a local station in Chicago. The show immediately garnered attention with its lively atmosphere and music rooted in soul and R&B. Despite a small studio and scarce resources, Cornelius steadfastly took on multiple roles, from producing and hosting to scouting performers. Each episode delivered not only music but also a spirit of creativity and cultural pride. The unique dance moves of the performers and their passionate displays quickly attracted a loyal audience. Recognizing greater potential, Cornelius decided to move Soul Train to Los Angeles in 1971, giving the show access to a larger platform and a nationwide audience. The City of Dreams allowed Soul Train to flourish, and from there, it transcended its role as a television program to become a cultural phenomenon. Artists like Stevie Wonder, Curtis Mayfield, and Gladys Knight saw Soul Train as the platform to showcase their music. It was the place where audiences first witnessed emerging talents and musical trends shaping the future. One of the show's most iconic features was the Soul Train line, a segment where dancers formed 2 lines and took turns showcasing their creative moves as they passed through. It wasn't just a part of the show, it became a symbol of artistic freedom and self-expression. Beyond music, the program was also a showcase for fashion and hairstyles deeply rooted in African American culture, helping shape trends for the youth of that era. More than just entertainment, Soul Train held deep social significance. In a post-civil rights movement America, the program symbolized the rise and affirmation of black identity. It broke through entrenched stereotypes, bringing the image of the African American community to television with respect and pride. Cornelius openly shared his vision of Soul Train as a platform where audiences could see themselves reflected in the music, culture, and lifestyle it celebrated. When Soul Train went national in 1971, it made history as the first television program produced and hosted by African Americans. The show's success exceeded all expectations, drawing millions of viewers weekly and providing a launchpad for countless black artists to reach stardom. Stars like Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston credited Soul Train as a pivotal platform in their careers. Looking back on its journey, from a small studio in Chicago to a nationwide sensation, Soul Train embodied Don Cornelius's dream and became a symbol of an era where music and culture united millions through every beat and dance step. It was an inspiring journey that few can forget. The golden era of Soul Train. The 1970s and 1980s marked the peak of Soul Train, a music program that not only provided entertainment but also shaped American pop culture. During this period, Soul Train was not merely a stage for music but became a symbol of creativity, community connection, and affirmation of African American identity. Under the leadership of Don Cornelius, the show revolutionized the way music was presented on television. While music programs of the past were often formulaic and lifeless, Soul Train charted a new path where music, dance, and lighting blended to create an inspiring atmosphere. Artists not only performed but told stories through every melody and dance move. This was where stars like Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, and Aretha Franklin shone, bringing their music to millions of viewers across America. Soul Train was not just a talent discovery platform, it was a launching pad for artists to become global icons. It was here that audiences first witnessed Michael Jackson's iconic dance moves or Whitney Houston's mesmerizing voice. These performances not only became milestones in music history but also underscored Soul Train's vital role in shaping modern music. However, the allure of Soul Train extended beyond the music. The show was also a unique fashion runway where dancers and artists freely expressed their personalities through bold and creative outfits. From vibrant clothing and voluminous afro hairstyles to glittering high-heeled boots, everything was a testament to the era's distinctive style. And of course, there was the unforgettable Soul Train line, the moment when dancers lined up to showcase their unique and expressive moves. This segment became a beloved cultural symbol that was admired and emulated worldwide. Moreover, Soul Train played a significant role in connecting communities. With each episode, the show brought a musical celebration that everyone, from families to friends, could enjoy together. It became a regular event in African American households, where people gathered to listen to familiar tunes, admire the latest fashion trends, and immerse themselves in the lively atmosphere. The influence of Soul Train was not confined to the United States. The program quickly spread internationally, inspiring other music shows and bringing African American culture closer to a global audience. Many international artists regarded appearing on the Soul Train stage as a significant milestone in their careers, cementing the program's irreplaceable position in the entertainment industry. Behind all this success was Don Cornelius, the soul of Soul Train. With his elegant demeanor, deep voice, and captivating hosting style, he not only brought a unique charm to the show but also delivered a powerful message of love, peace, and unity. His famous phrase, "Love, peace, and soul," was more than a slogan. It embodied the spirit of the program. The golden era of Soul Train was not just a period in television history but a cultural epic where music, fashion, and community intertwined to create an enduring legacy. But like all shining stars, this dazzling era gradually faded, giving way to changes in the entertainment industry. And that is the story we will continue to explore as we delve into the decline and unfortunate end of this legendary program. The achievements of the program. For over 3 decades on air, Soul Train was not just a music television show but a cultural icon where music, fashion, and community pride intersected. Born in a time when black music was under-recognized, the program became a unique platform to celebrate artists and musical genres that were often overlooked. Legends like Marvin Gaye, Aretha Franklin, and Stevie Wonder found a broader stage where they could connect directly with audiences. It was not just an opportunity to perform but also a space for them to tell their stories and affirm their place in the music industry. Beyond music, Soul Train was a symbol of style. The image of dancers performing in fashionable outfits became a significant inspiration for fashion throughout the 70s and 80s. From proud afro hairstyles to shimmering jumpsuits and disco-style vests, the program shaped the aesthetics of an entire generation. Fashion trends appearing on Soul Train quickly spread, influencing not only African American communities but also global pop culture. The program's influence extended further by pioneering the introduction of new music styles and dance moves. In the 80s and 90s, as hip-hop began to explode, Soul Train quickly became a stage to showcase rising stars like Run DMC, LL Cool J, and Public Enemy. Simultaneously, dance moves like popping, locking, and breakdancing gained popularity through the high-energy performances of the show's dancers. Soul Train not only documented changes in music but also became a driving force for new movements in street culture. In 1987, the program's legacy was further solidified with the inception of the Soul Train Music Awards. This awards ceremony not only honored the best in R&B, soul, and hip-hop but also became a grand event where top artists gathered. Performances at the awards, from Whitney Houston to Prince, created unforgettable moments and reinforced Soul Train's significance in the music industry. But perhaps the program's greatest achievement was its ability to forge a profound connection within the community. Through Soul Train, millions of African Americans saw themselves represented on screen for the first time, from music to fashion to everyday lifestyles. This not only fostered a sense of pride but also paved the way for later programs celebrating the heritage of the Black community. Each episode of Soul Train felt like a musical celebration where families and young people could dance, sing along, and experience the power of connection through music. More than just a television show, Soul Train was a cultural movement, a bridge between generations and a symbol of love for music. It not only defined an era but also left behind a timeless legacy, a legacy where, even after the program ceased airing, the spirit of love, peace, and soul continues to live on in the hearts of its audience. The decline after the Golden Age. But nothing lasts forever. After its Golden Age, Soul Train began to decline, and a series of factors led to its downfall. As it entered the final years of its more than three-decade journey, the show gradually lost the brilliance that had made it a cultural icon. Both the music and television industries were changing rapidly, and these shifts created significant pressure, pushing the legendary program to the brink. By the late 1990s, audience tastes had started to change. New genres like hip-hop and pop were on the rise, while styles that had been the heart of Soul Train, such as R&B and soul, were losing their appeal. Simultaneously, reality talent shows like American Idol and The Voice quickly took over the market. These shows not only brought a fresh dynamic but also fostered a closer connection between audiences and artists. In this context, Soul Train, with its traditional format and familiar style, began to feel outdated. Increased competition only made things harder. In its early years, Soul Train had virtually no rivals in providing a platform for Black artists. By the 1990s, however, networks like MTV, BET, and VH1 had become powerhouses in entertainment. MTV, once criticized for its lack of diversity, was now not only airing hip-hop music videos but also creating innovative content that resonated with younger generations. Meanwhile, BET offered a more specialized platform, leaving Soul Train squeezed between formidable competitors and gradually losing its audience. One of the biggest blows to Soul Train came with Don Cornelius's departure in 1993. As the show's founder and host, Don brought both sophistication and the show's signature spirit through his iconic sign-off, love, peace, and soul. When he stepped down as host, Soul Train lost its soul. Although successors like Shamar Moore tried to bring fresh energy, they couldn't replicate Don's unique vision or natural charisma. Loyal viewers began to feel that the show was no longer the same. Meanwhile, Soul Train's viewership steadily declined. Younger audiences who had once been devoted to the program were now turning to modern platforms to consume music. The internet began to boom in the early 2000s, and music sharing services like Napster, LimeWire, and the advent of YouTube completely transformed how people accessed music. The youth no longer needed to wait for a weekly TV show to discover new songs or watch their favorite artists. Financial struggles also became an unavoidable challenge. Producing a long-running show like Soul Train required significant resources. Nevertheless, as viewership declined, advertising revenue followed suit. In its final years, viewers could clearly see the drop in production quality. The sets lacked creativity, performances were no longer as captivating, and even the lineup of artists failed to impress as they had during the show's peak. All these factors combined into a perfect storm, placing Soul Train in an unsalvageable position. A show that had once been a cultural icon and a source of pride for the African American community had become a shadow of its former self. Yet, Soul Train still retained a loyal audience who fondly remembered its golden years as a unique convergence of music, dance, and lifestyle. Even so, what truly marked the end of Soul Train wasn't just financial difficulties or shifts in audience preferences. A shocking event, a moment of infamy on live television, became the tipping point, pushing the legendary show to its ultimate collapse. The infamous scene that took Soul Train down. Soul Train enjoyed decades of dominance as a cultural music icon, but it all ended in regret when a controversial moment delivered the final blow. It was an event no one expected, yet powerful enough to sink a show that had lasted over 35 years. The incident occurred in the final years, as the show was trying to reposition itself amidst rapidly changing music and television trends. To capture attention, Soul Train invited several young, prominent artists with bold performance styles, hoping this daring approach would help the show align with new trends. However, one of those performances crossed the line of what the public was willing to accept. During a live broadcast, a young artist shocked audiences with provocative choreography, inappropriate attire, and lyrics that were considered offensive. The incident immediately sparked outrage on social media, and the show received a flood of complaints from viewers, particularly parents. That scene triggered a wave of strong criticism, as many felt that Soul Train had lost its core values. The consequences of the incident extended beyond public criticism. Major sponsors quickly withdrew, plunging the show into a severe financial crisis. The television network, under public pressure, had to reconsider whether the program still aligned with their image. Soul Train, once a symbol of music and culture, was now surrounded by controversy and disappointment from its loyal audience. For Don Cornelius, the founder and longtime advocate of the show, it was likely a heartbreaking moment. Although no longer directly involved, he was reportedly deeply disheartened to see his brainchild engulfed in negative changes he never envisioned. With mounting pressure from all sides, the production team ultimately decided it was time for the show to end. In 2006, Soul Train officially bid farewell to its audience, closing a memorable chapter in television history. Despite this infamous event, the legacy of Soul Train remains untarnished. It continues to stand as a symbol of creativity, love for music, and community. Though the profound lesson from this incident is the importance of preserving identity, the very soul of Soul Train, amid any attempts at change. Throughout its glorious journey, the show left an indelible mark, even if its ending was bittersweet. The enduring legacy of Soul Train. Although Soul Train ended its television run in 2006, the spirit and influence of the show continued to resonate powerfully across generations. Its legacy is not only tied to the vibrant music or explosive dance moves but also reflects a profound shift in how the world approaches and celebrates Black culture. One of the ways Soul Train remains vibrant is through the Soul Train Music Awards. This award ceremony not only continues to honor artists in R&B, hip-hop, and soul but also reaffirms the extensive cultural impact the show has left behind. From legendary performers like Mary J. Blige to rising talents, the Soul Train Music Awards has become a bridge between generations, a testament that the program's spirit lives on in contemporary music. Beyond music, the style and fashion of Soul Train are also an indelible part of its legacy. The vibrant and unconventional outfits that graced the show have left a lasting influence, not just in the fashion world but in cultural life as well. Modern designers often draw inspiration from Soul Train to recreate its boldness and creativity, bringing a fresh touch while preserving the essence of the legendary program. The legacy of Soul Train extends even further as it has become a symbol of creativity and freedom in the arts. Today's digital platforms, from YouTube to TikTok, continue to tap into and build upon the values the program left behind. Every dance trend that goes viral on social media or every music video with a street-style flair carries echoes of Soul Train, reminding us of a show that opened the door to limitless creativity. More importantly, Soul Train fostered a loyal community of fans who have preserved the spirit of love, peace, and soul through the generations. Classic episodes shared widely on social media not only evoke nostalgia but also inspire younger audiences who never experienced the show's golden era. Events recreating the iconic Soul Train line or fan reunions have turned the program into a living legacy, not just a memory of the past. Even though it no longer airs on television, Soul Train remains a symbol of pride, creativity, and community spirit in the hearts of millions. The show continues to shine as a beacon for dreams, passion, and relentless innovation in art and culture. What memories do you have of Soul Train? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you won't miss our next exciting stories. See you in the next video.